Sports, 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 sports.
Hey there, sports fans. Welcome to Sportsball, part of the SPDM Crew Podcasting Network. We talk about sports-related topics, but we focus on you, the fan, and what you like, whether it's a sport, team, event, athlete, or sports-related news. This week, since NFL news is starting to ramp up a little bit as training camp nears, I thought it would be a fun exercise to go through all of the Super Bowl champions of the 21st century and rank them kind of based on, how good the game was, their overall dominance of, just everything that kind of goes along with this. This was a rather tricky exercise just to try to remember everything that happened in a lot of those Super Bowls. But I thought that this was just an overall fun exercise. Starting with number 26, I've got Super Bowl 53. That was in 2019. That was New England 13, LA 3. And this was just a horrendous game. Like, if you like defense, this is going to be a game for you. But for someone who's looking for a game that's filled with some excitement, with something, it just did not pan out that way at all. Number 25, I've got Super Bowl 38. This was New England and Carolina. So New England won 32-29. And then, yeah, this is just another long line of Tom Brady wins. So I kind of just found this game, perfectly fine. There was no way that I thought Carolina was going to win at all. And there's another game here where I thought something very similar about Carolina not just being able to win. My number 24 is Tampa Bay and Oakland for Super Bowl 37 because this was just a blowout. But Tampa Bay 48, Oakland 21. It's a nice story that Tampa Bay won. That was their first Super Bowl at the time. And then John Gruden just coming back before his disgrace. But yeah, overall, this game was pretty blah. This is one that I probably should have higher, but I just didn't. So I've got a Super Bowl 35 in 2001 for 23. It's Baltimore versus the Giants, 34-7. Just a dominant performance by Baltimore in a largely lackluster game. Do some adjusting here. Okay, my number 22 is Pittsburgh versus Arizona. It's Mike Tomlin's first Super Bowl win. It's Super Bowl 43. This comes in at 22. Pittsburgh 27, Arizona 23. Again, I never thought that Arizona was going to win this game, and it was a pretty exciting game. It was good back and forth, and this is a great story with Kurt Warner, Big Ben's second Super Bowl. At number 21, I've got Super Bowl 39 with New England and Philadelphia. Boy, Philadelphia, this was an Andy Reid Super Bowl. This was Terrell Owens coming back from a bum ankle or a bum knee, and then Teddy Bruschi with the interception to seal the win. Yeah, just overall a pretty exciting game. My next one, number 20, is Super Bowl 48, Seattle 43, Denver 8. Just the Legion of Boom just dominated this game. Like, I almost felt bad for Peyton Manning, and I was just like, dude, you got to hang him up. But this was just an overall just crushing game for the Denver Broncos. But they get their revenge later on, not necessarily on Denver, or on Seattle, but they get their revenge later on. My number 19 is Super Bowl 40, Pittsburgh versus Seattle. Pittsburgh 21, Seattle 10. Bill Cowher's only Super Bowl, and also Big Ben's first as well. Just a dominant performance by an overall more mature team, I suppose. Seattle was a team that's like, wow, you're here, cool. But Pittsburgh just was dominant on both ends of both sides of the ball. So my number 18, and this technically should be higher, but as a Bears fan, I just couldn't put it any higher. But it's Super Bowl 45, Green Bay versus Pittsburgh. It's Aaron Rodgers' only Super Bowl win, but the Packers won 31-25. My next one, this is another one that I have a feeling will go up higher with a little bit more time, but it's the most recent Super Bowl. It's 59 with the Philadelphia Eagles versus the Kansas City Chiefs. Philadelphia just through and through victory on both offense and defense, and showing that they're going to be a force to be reckoned with for a very long time as well. Plus, also, they denied the the Kansas City Chiefs a three-peat opportunity, which yeah, I had originally thought that there's no way that the Philadelphia Eagles were going to beat the Kansas City Chiefs because they've just done it too many times. But lo and behold, I was wrong. Next, I have number 16. I have Super Bowl 46. This is the New York Giants versus New England Patriots part two. So more heroics from Eli Manning in this one. I just wrote in the notes, seriously, Eli Manning has two Super Bowl wins against like the mightiest team that's out there, but they won 21-17 on another just like ridiculous pass from Eli Manning. Not quite the David Tyree catch, but hey, it is what it is. Let's see. Next one, Super Bowl 50, Denver versus Carolina. Peyton Manning goes out a winner, even though he didn't really contribute to it all that much. He was, just the Denver defense was just phenomenal during all this, but yeah, it just it's a bummer. Yeah, Peyton Manning was definitely not the reason why Denver won that game. And Von Miller rightfully won the Super Bowl MVP because he was spectacular. 2000, my next one, number 14, is Super Bowl 58. It's Kansas City versus San Francisco, an overtime win, maybe. Yeah, it's one on overtime because, yeah, okay, yeah, this is the one with Hardman just catching the ball and not knowing that his team won the Super Bowl. But this was a pretty exciting game. I love when the Super Bowl goes into overtime. So that's a lot of fun. My number 13 is the game the year before that. So it's Kansas City 38, Philadelphia 35. High scoring game, a lot of fun. One thing that I definitely will give Kansas City credit for is consistency because they've been to the Super Bowl 5 times on this list. So in the last 26 years, they've been there 5 times. Only New England has been there more, and they've irked out a lot more victories than some of the other teams who have been here before. So like San Francisco is on this list a bunch of times, and they haven't won the Super Bowl this century. So my number 12 is LA versus Cincinnati, Super Bowl 56. This game was, it was close. It was fun. Kind of gave us a preview of what Joe Burrow could be if he just locks in each year. But this is Matt Stafford's first Super Bowl, so got to give him some credit there. And then this is LA's first Super Bowl after moving from St. Louis. My number 11 is Tampa Bay versus Kansas City in Super Bowl 55. This is Brady's first after leaving New England, only, I guess. But this was just a dominant performance through and through. So they won 31-9. My number 10, we're getting into the top 10 now. I've got Super Bowl 52 with Philadelphia versus New England. 41-33. This is the Philly special one, the Nick Foles game. This is also where, for me personally, this is a bit of a sore spot because of this performance, the Chicago Bears went and tried to go get or went and got Nick Foles, expecting him to replicate whatever it is that he did in that season and that game, and it just didn't come to pass. My number 9 is Super Bowl 47. This is Baltimore versus San Francisco. This is the Harbaugh Bowl, and then Baltimore was just, you know, great through and through in this. And then also, this is the one where Beyonce literally put the lights out. My number 8 is Super Bowl 54, Kansas City versus San Francisco. Kansas City wins 31-20. This is Patrick Mahomes' first, so cool. My number 7 is a Super Bowl 49, New England versus Seattle. Legion of Boom coming back for round 2, but this is the interception at the goal line when the Seahawks should have just given it to Marshawn Lynch and just let him just pound the ball in. Number 6, I've got Super Bowl 41. This is Indianapolis versus Chicago. So Indianapolis won 29-17, but I will remember 2 things from this. One, Devin Hester takes it to the house on the opening kickoff after everybody was like, don't let him do that. But I think Indy wised up after that. But I'll always remember this as Peyton Manning's first Super Bowl. My number 5 is 2002. This was Super Bowl 36, New England versus St. Louis. New England wins 20-17, and this is Tom Brady's first. My number 4 is Super Bowl 34. That's in 2000. That's St. Louis versus Tennessee. St. Louis wins 23-16, and this is the one where Dyson just 1 yard away from at least tying, at least almost coming close to tying the game. Oh man, my heart stopped when they got close, but hey, it is what it is. My number 3 is Super Bowl 42. New York Giants versus the New England Patriots. This 2008 New York wins against all odds, 17-14 on that David Tyree miraculous catch. But I think I'm going to remember this more as New England just losing a gut punch at the very last minute after going almost perfect that season. My number 2 is Super Bowl 44, New Orleans versus Indianapolis. Now, the game was not all that competitive, especially after halftime, but the implications of this and just what the Super Bowl meant to New Orleans post Katrina just can't be denied. And my number 1, Super Bowl 51, New England versus Atlanta. Just that comeback, man. How can Atlanta just let that slip out of their fingers? It's crazy that New England came back. So yeah, that is my Super Bowl ranking list. What did I get right? What did I get wrong? Give me your feedback below, and hopefully you enjoyed this list. But that's going to do it for this episode of Sports Ball. Be sure to like, rate, and subscribe to anything and everything SPDM Crew wherever you get your podcast. Join us on social media on Facebook, Instagram, Threads, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Blue Sky at SPDM Crew. Check out our website at sp.com. Shout out to Highflyer Creative Studios for making our awesome logo. Greatly appreciate their support. If you have any marketing, logo, or brand standard needs, contact them at highflyercreative.com. If you've got a podcast idea or you're interested in being part of the SPDM Crew as a guest or collaborating, email us at spdmcrew@gmail.com. Check out the other shows on our network. We got a lot of great content, so please check out the other shows and support the other shows on the network. And as always, thank you. And until next time, pain heals, chicks dig scars, and glory lasts forever.